Hey you guys, it's me Kianna coming at you again today, this morning. Before I head out, I have to go to BJ's, which is like Sam's Club, you guys, which is like the wholesale warehouse. We do try to go like once every 2 months or so, and actually like stock up on things in bulk. So we have to go today. But before I do so, I wanted to show you guys this wig review. This is the video previously, and it is for a company. It's for a company called Hair and Wig Couture. Um, and if you want to see how I actually took the lace off and showed you the wig and how many combs it has and all that good stuff, then make sure you go to that video. Right now, I am doing a highly requested makeup tutorial, and you guys have been waiting for this and asking for me to continue to do this like I used to do back in the day. So here we go. So I'm coming to you barefaced. I don't have anything on whatsoever. We're going to start with the brows because that's what I usually start with. First, I don't like my lips to be dry at all, even though I don't really have dry lips, but I always put my lip gloss on first. This is the NYX Girls Gloss, and it is number 3 in pink. And many have asked me about this lip gloss. You can get it from like your local hair store for about $1.99. This lip gloss was provided by a company I work with as well. I am going to be I am an affiliate of several companies now, so make sure you go check out those wig tutorials because they will be quite often, you guys. And the company that one of the companies I'm be working with is like I said, Hair Wig Couture. Now, as far as the brows, what I use is my NYX eyebrow cake powder in dark brown, and it comes with an angled brush. And I'm going to show you what I do, what my routine is every day, you guys. And this look that I'm going to create is going to be great for you guys that maybe have holiday parties to go to. It really doesn't take a lot of time, you guys. This is actually going to take a little longer, only because I'm doing an instructional over it and I'm trying to talk at the same time. But as far as it taking a long time to get yourself together like this every day, it really doesn't. And like I said, the look I'm going to do is going to be great for holiday parties. It's going to be a smoky eye. I'm going to do another type of smoky eye because there's several different types you can do. You can do one that has the white and then the transitional color of the smoke on the outer V, which is like white right here and then smoked out on the ends. Or you can do like I'm going to do the entire smoke eye, and I'm going to show you some tricks that I've learned along the way on not only just blending, but how to apply it. Baby, can you give me tissue, please? Thank you. Alrighty. And I just simply take my nail, just go along it just to make sure that like none of the, thank you, like so. And then, and you may do things differently, you guys. When I do these things, I'm just simply sharing it with you, what I do. So if you do it differently, that's fine. I'm just sharing with you how I do things. I'm just opening up my life and opening up the things I do daily with you guys. do is just make sure I go over it like that. Now I check it after I apply my shadow. I check it to make sure it's perfect as far as my brows. Like I see that this is arched a little higher right here than the other side, so I will be making sure at the end of my video I go back and do that. If I don't do it on video, you'll see it. And what we're going to use is the Absolute palette. I'm going to show you that I got from my local hair store. You probably can find the same one, but you can use any black for this. And we're going to also use the concealer palette as our primer for the eyeshadow. And I'm going to show you how I do actually apply that. Alright. That brow is really getting on my nerves because it does not match. It really does not. But like I said, I'll be doing it again. Now, as far as the concealer pad, I just go into whatever color, because it doesn't matter what color you're putting on when you're doing a smoky eye, because the smokiness of the smoke of the shadow is going to be dark anyway. So I just place it on my lid. This basically makes any color pop, whether it's a cheap eyeshadow or not. And then I'm going to use the Absolute palette that looks like this. I used this yesterday, but I used the gold and the grays and the black. Today we are going to just use mainly the black. You just need one brush. You don't have to have a whole bunch of brushes, you guys. Despite what some may think, you really don't. I'm trying to find my brush. My son probably moved it. Sorry about this, you guys. Okay. Alrighty. We're going to go into this black, and I'm going to show you one of the tricks and one of the things I made mistakes with before when I was first starting out doing makeup. One brush, you guys. Okay. So, one of the things that I used to do was I used to go all the way up to my lid and then stop on my crease and then stop the color. No, what I do now is I just apply it heavily, no more than halfway up to my crease. Okay, as you can see. So I apply it heavily there. And then the part above this, which is hitting towards my crease, that's when I'm going to start my blending right above this line. So your blending, actually for me, this is just how I get it to make it look really nicely. I don't start the blending at my crease, and that's the mistake I used to make. I used to start my blending right here, meaning I would apply it heavy all on the lid and then start blending right here. So now what I do is I go halfway up, meaning my crease is right here. I go halfway up heavily with the black, and then I blend up to the crease and slightly above it. Okay, so it gives like a transition as far as color. Alright, so I'm going to do both sides. Again, not going up to the crease. And that's one of the mistakes I've noticed, because it still looks nice if you go up to the crease, you guys. But I just think, for me, it just looks better when I don't go all the way up to the crease. So So with that tissue or whatever you're using that's dry, because you don't have to use a lot of brushes, what I'm going to do is get the excess color off by just rolling it around in that tissue. And that's just going to give me more control to be able to blend. Meaning it's not going to be heavy in one area than not in the other. I can control it more. Alright, so what we're going to do is just go slightly above that. Right where that line that separates the shadow from not having shadow. And then you're just going to smooth it over top. Go back and forth. Like so. This is very, very easy but very dramatic. That's why I said it's perfect for like parties, date night with the hubby or the spouse. And if you notice, it is blending very nicely. Like that. Alright. Doing the other side, right where that line is that separates the shadow that I put on to the part that's bare and has nothing on it. You're going to blend both of that together by a sweeping motion back and forth. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to apply more black on top of the lid, a little bit higher than what we did before, but we're going to do that after this is blended out, because then that's just going to define the dark area from the not so dark area, if you understand what I'm saying. Like so. Okay. Then again, going into the black, we're going to put some on the lid, not touching the crease, but slightly higher than what we did before to make it really dark. Like so. And this is a great look for like if you are the type to wear colored hair. I try to not wear too many colors when I wear like blonde hair and stuff like that. Usually I go with a smoky eye or something. Again, getting the extra off, the excess. Usually I go with a smoky eye, you guys, because that's just the safe way to do a look when you have like blonde hair and stuff, because then it doesn't have to compete, your makeup doesn't have to compete with your hair. Then we're just going to blend a little bit. We don't have to blend it as much as we did before. And that will be enough right there. And that's why I said just go, don't go to the crease, because it just gives you more control to blend it out, I believe. Alright. Now we're going to use our concealer pad again for something that's non-traditional. Of course, most people would use their concealer pad for concealer. I don't wear foundation and stuff like that, so I'm going to use my concealer pad for my brow bone. And we're going to go into one of these two colors right here. This one or this one. We're going to apply the one at the bottom, the same brush, just cleaning it off like I showed you. Don't have to have a whole bunch of brushes. And just going like so. Now going into the lighter color. Like I said, I'm going to make sure my eyebrows are done perfectly once I'm finished doing this. Making sure they match up. Making sure they're straight. And you're just going to sweep back and forth. Like so. Then you're going to go underneath of where you applied. And then you're going to work your way down by sweeping back and forth rigorously. And that's going to create a blending. Keep working your way down. Once you work your way down, you don't want to go back up because you're going to make that black go into that brow color. So make sure once you've worked yourself down, you don't return back up higher. Like so. And then I'm just going to go into that black again. And then put some on my outer V. And to create a sharp point with that outer V, I'm going to show you. A lot of people think it takes a lot of brushes, or no, it doesn't. I'm going to show you that you can actually do it just with the tip of your finger or a piece of tissue or wet wipe or whatever. And all I'm doing is just feathering that black that I applied in the corner towards the inner, and being more heavier on the outer and towards, I'm just doing it lightly as a dusting, like so. Like your mother used to do back in the day. Like I said, you can use a baby wipe if you like. I'm just showing you what I do. That's all I'm doing. And that's how you create that sharp point. And that is it. Now you're just going to repeat the same thing on the other eye. You're going to apply your lashes. I'm going to show you how to do that. And I do apply my lashes with hair glue. I learned this from somebody that actually inspired me to do YouTube, you guys. And many of you have heard me say her name. It's Salima77. And you guys know that's who actually inspired me to do YouTube. But I'm just going to simply take the end of a comb, just dip a little bit of the glue. Now if you're a rookie to this, you could start off using regular glue that they have for lashes specifically, but I don't have to worry about tacky lifting and all that kind of stuff because I use hair glue. So you just want to apply just very little of it, like so, making sure you apply a good amount on the edges, and then you want to just blow it, because that's just going to make it tacky for you, meaning that it's going to be sticky. And that is it. And what I do is I take my lid and press it onto the lash, and that just gives a more appearance that like it's growing out of your actual real eyelash, your eyelid. And that is it, you guys. So what you could do at this point is you can apply some of that black on your waterline. same brush. We're at 20 minutes, you guys, and again, if I was not doing an instructional vid, you could see how it wouldn't even take that long at all. It really wouldn't. And that's just to create a clean liner. Like so. And that's how I create a smoky eye. A black smoky eye. Because again, there's many different ones. So let me go ahead and do the other side. Let me match up my eyebrows. Like I said, you don't have to wear any foundation with this. As you can see, I don't have any on whatsoever. You don't have to wear any foundation. You can just do your eyes and your lip, and it creates a whole look. And that's what you guys see me have every day. But you can create, you know, a pulled together look in literally minutes. So on that note, you guys, I love you all so much. I thank you all for tuning in. Yep, that's it. All right, you guys, be blessed. Talk to you later.